I'm Erin MacDonald and welcome to the French Newfie. Today I want to show you something super fast. It's smoked salmon, and not your typical smoked salmon that everyone has had before. It's going to be pickled beetroot salmon. It's a beautiful pink color, and I'm going to show you how simple it was to achieve. So I bought smoked salmon like you do. They're already portioned. And what you do is take the beetroot in the jar, the baby pickled beetroot, and the juice that's inside. You put your smoked salmon down, and then you put your beetroot. And how easy could that be? You get a beautiful pink color. It's not your average smoked salmon. Let it sit up in the fridge for 1 hour so that it can soak in and get all that beautiful pink color. And I'm going to show you how pretty it is now. It's right here, and I have it laying on some paper towels. The reason I have it laying on the paper towels, obviously, is to catch the excess liquid. But first, what I want to do is chop up my toppings. And when I was in culinary school, it was drilled into my head and everyone's head, mise en place, which means put in its place. That's the French culinary term, mise en place, and it can save you a lot of drama and embarrassment and time in the kitchen. Basically, you want everything in its place. It's going to cut things into half your time, and a lot of times when you see a recipe, it will say prep time, and that's what this means, the prep to get the ingredients ready. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm just going to chop a couple of things. I have some nice green chive, and I want the chive on top of the beetroot because the chive is a beautiful green color. Very evenly cut down. Don't cut down too harsh. Nice even chops like this. Because my knife is sharp, I'm not getting the juice of the chive all over the counter and the board. You don't want to lose any of that juice. That's why it's important to always have your knife very sharp, and that will be enough. So I'm going to get that back onto the plate. As always, I use the back of my knife to get it up, just like that. Get that down. Perfect. And this would be a nice appetizer. I really love smoked salmon for an appetizer if you have guests over. Everyone enjoys the smoked salmon. And this is so pretty. People will be asking you for the recipe. They won't believe it was beetroot juice and the smoked salmon in the refrigerator. That's it. I like a little bit of heat. Everyone knows that. So I have a nice green chili, and I'm gonna chop that down, just like so. Keeping the seeds in and everything. I like a lot of heat, and also a few of those seeds are going to look pretty because the seeds are white. Again, back of the knife and down onto my board. I also have some white onion, and the white onion, you could use whatever color onion you like, but I like to use the white because we have the pink, and again, it's going to add some color depth. And then we have coriander, and I love coriander. It's fresh, and a lot of people enjoy coriander as well. If you're not a fan of coriander, just use parsley. So now I'm going to show you how I'm going to just section and cut this beautiful smoked salmon up a little bit more, and so we can get it even around, make a little flower on the board. I'm going to show you, it's going to be so pretty. So now just cut it. You can see that it will come apart in certain sections, but just make sure you don't have it too thick. I'm not a huge fan of thick smoked salmon. I like my smoked salmon to be thin, and I'm sure you or your guests will as well. So little pieces, just like this. Make sure your knife is sharp. Very pretty. The color is beautiful. It's like a fuchsia. So pile that up high. You want lots. And see, again, how beautiful is that? You have the nice orange smoked salmon, and then you have the pink. Oh my God, this is beautiful. And it also tastes really lovely as well. One of the chefs that I used to work with actually told me that if I could achieve 3 things, it's a great way to entertain if you can catch people with smell, color, and taste. If you can achieve 2 of them, then you've succeeded. And I somewhat agree with that, but if the taste isn't there, then I'm not sure. I think that's a big fail. But I get what his point was. So I think we're done now with this, and I'm just gonna get it, push it over a little bit, bring my plate up into the center, wipe my hands. It's a little bit messy, but it's totally worth it. And now we are going to line our beautiful plate with the smoked salmon. You want a plain plate, in my opinion. I think you should have a plain plate, white or just off-white, but you don't want too much going on because we want to show and showcase this beautiful smoked salmon. And so just go around like so. You can try and overlap it. I think it looks pretty. And around you go. You can overlap if you want. It's nice to make it look almost like a rose or a blossom, and that's what we're after. Fill up a little bit of the cracks. I made a different topping, and the one that I used or chose to use is an avocado and some sour cream, cilantro, salt, and a little bit of milk to thin it out, but just a little bit. Put it into a squeeze bag, and I'm going to show you later. So you can also use just cream cheese if you want it, but it's nice to make your own variation on different ingredients and different plates. So there we go. I think that that's enough. Again, I'm going to get my hands clean. And now, some nice white slivered onions. And just get that down like so. Not too many, but here and there. And the reason you want this is so that with every piece of the smoked salmon, someone will get a piece of that onion. And some nice chives that we chopped up earlier. So get that all around, just like this. It's so pretty and delicate. It's beautiful. And some more green. We're gonna go in with some dill. Dill is very classic for smoked salmon. I'm sure you've had the dill before. Doesn't matter if some go around the edges of the plates. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just scatter it down. And now we're gonna go with some nice coriander, and I love the coriander. Very vibrant and fresh, bright. It's so pretty. These colors are popping off of my plate. And some nice heat. So we want that green chili. Not too much, but I like to have a little piece of chili with every bite of my smoked salmon. There we go. And last but not least, my cream sauce, which again was the avocado, cilantro, a little bit of salt, and sour cream. If it gets too thick, you can thin it out with a little bit of milk. And so just cut off the end. If you have a piping bag, use a piping bag. I don't have a piping bag because I don't bake a lot. And just take a dollop, really nice, down like that. That is so pretty, isn't it? And again, the smoked salmon is a little bit dry. This is gonna make it nice and creamy with every little piece that you or your guests pick up. I think this is such a pretty appetizer. And there you go. That was so super easy to assemble. And I think that my former chef would agree that I have achieved all three. I can smell it. It smells beautiful. It's beautiful to look at. And I can guarantee you the taste is there as well. Hope you enjoy.